Good morning, Homespun friends. It is Sherry, and it's great to see you. I'm sorry it has been so long since I've come to you, but I have told you before how crazy my life has been this year. I haven't been able to film regularly, but I did not want to let the Christmas season pass without me stopping in to tell you guys how much I love and appreciate you, how much I think about you, and how I wish you a very Merry Christmas. And I want to thank each one of you that have supported me this year through watching my YouTube channel when I did put up content, through being with me over on Facebook. For those of you who don't know, I do have a Facebook page called The Homespun Wife, and on that page I simply put beautiful artworks and meaningful pictures and things like that, and I post poetry and scripture and just a good morning every day to get our minds framed in a positive way for the day. I have found that if I wake up and I have a beautiful thing to look at, I have my heart focused on what's positive and good, then I tend to start out my day a lot better off. And I love being on the Homespun Wife, where I get a lot of feedback from people saying, you know, good morning, I love this painting. This painting reminds me of growing up, or this painting reminds me of when my children were small. I really enjoy hearing from all of the people who follow me there. So if you weren't there, I invite you to come and be with me over at the Homespun Wife on my Facebook page. And I want to thank each one of you who has written to me this year. I still receive snail mail from quite a few of you along the way. I receive messages here on YouTube. Almost daily, I receive messages over at the Homespun Wife on the Facebook page. That's pretty much a daily event for me now. I answer every email or message that I receive. It may take me a day to get to you, but I try to answer every single thing, even if it's just a short message, to let you know that, you know, I'm aware of your prayer request. I've prayed for it, to just to celebrate with you the fun times in your life that you tell me about, and I want you to know that I look at every message that I receive. So I thank those of you who have reached out to me that way. I've received one or two Christmas cards. Nancy sent me a Christmas card. I think it was from Ohio. Thank you. I remember that one. I'm not sure I remember. Let's see. Abby sent me one, and that's from the other side of North Carolina. She sent me one. I received some Christmas cards. I want to thank you for those. Even though I've not been active, you're still remembering me and my family, and I just want you to know that's a blessing to me. I also want to say a special thank you for those of you who have supported my business. You will probably recognize that I have not really worked my business quite as hard this year. It's been a different kind of year for me, and I haven't been able to promote it like I once did, but I'm still receiving benefits from my business, and many of you are customers and you are still ordering from me. I know that last month we had a big Black Friday sale that lasted several days, and many of you bought hair clips for Christmas presents. And then this month, December, I was rewarded with a nice little check from my business proceeds, and that went to help me with Christmas for my 9 grandchildren. And so I want to thank you for those of you who continue to support me through my little rose business and through just, you know, purchasing the different hair accessories. What a blessing that is. I thought I would come to you today and share with you 3 things around my house that are sentimental to me. 3 things to do with Christmas that mean a lot to me. And I have many things in my house that I could share. I'm sure all of you do as well. You know, over the years, especially as we get older, we collect more and more items that are gifts or things our children make. And I could show many things, but these are 3 that I just grabbed up today. And I thought I would just share from my home to yours a few things that mean a lot to me at Christmas time. Now, this first item that I'm going to show you is a gift that was given to me, and I'd say it was probably 20 or more years ago, from a family in our church. And I love the farmhouse look. I don't always do the best job in capturing the farmhouse look in my house, but I love that, the grays and the whites, and I think they're so beautiful. And this particular nativity really blends in well with that style. And it is this nativity. As you can see, it's kind of all white ceramic, and I like it because the pieces are attached. I don't have to worry about losing the pieces or the grandkids grabbing the pieces and taking them away. And I love it because it has the angel on top. I really love angels, and for a long time, in my 20s and 30s, I collected angels for a long time, and then I gave all those away. and I started collecting gingerbread men for a while because I really love them, and I gave a lot of those away. But I still have small things that were given to me during those periods of time when I did little collections. And this angel makes me think about my angel collection period that I had when all my children were being born. That was something I collected. The nice thing about this nativity is that it is a music box. And so I will play it for you. You can hear that is Silent Night. It's probably one of the most popular Christmas hymns and Christmas carols that is around. Have you sung Christmas carols yet this Christmas? We've been singing them at church. Around the house, I noticed that I'm singing and humming the carols. When I get in my car, I'm turning to stations that play Christmas music. It really sets your mind in a different place when you're able to enjoy Christmas music for some reason. And the great thing about Silent Night is it tells us the real meaning of Christmas, which is it's Jesus coming to earth. And through Jesus we have salvation, and we have all good things. And how thankful I am that we can celebrate his birthday at Christmas time. So that music box is very, very special to me. And let me show you something else that's very special to me. This is a gift from my mother-in-law years ago. It's probably about the same age that that nativity is. And my mother-in-law always picks beautiful presents. She has great taste, and sometimes I'll be in her house and I'll say, oh, I love that, and then eventually she'll give it to me, which is always so sweet. But she gave me this particular Santa Claus that I love. Look how beautiful he is. And for those of you who are familiar with Jim Shore, you will recognize that, yes, this is a Jim Shore item. She has given me several things of his over the years, and I love them. And one of the best things about Jim Shore, he just seems to capture my heart with design and color. And this just looks like a quilt. I just love this. And this is Santa's coat. And we can see that he's holding some poinsettias up here. And then down below are the children sitting around the Christmas tree. And once again, we have the angel. And the angel on top of the tree. And I love that angel up there. And I try to be really careful not to break her off because I'm always worried about that. But she's kind of protected under here. And then here are the children. The little boy you see on Christmas morning, he's received a puppy. And the little girl's holding her doll. And the great thing about this is that it's also a music box. And in case you can't tell, people know that I love music boxes. I really do. And so this is a music box. Let me cut it on for you and I'll show you how it works. The tree spins. It's going to go really slow. Let me try to crank it up a little faster so you can actually hear it. There it goes. We wish you a Merry Christmas. And the little tree spins around with the children. There's a train going around the tree there, and some packages that remain unopened as Christmas morning is taking place. And when I look in this, it reminds me of my own children. You know, on Christmas morning, I think I was more excited than they were. I hardly could sleep after Santa Claus came until the children could wake up in the morning and see what he had left them. And such a fun time, Christmas time, in all of its ways, from the little children's plays and church events, the cantatas, and the special family get-togethers, and then finally Christmas morning, when the children can just sit around the tree and play with their toys, and everything feels nice and warm. That's kind of like a warm scene from a Christmas movie, isn't it? And so that's another one of my treasured items, that Jim Shore Santa Claus. And he's going to finish playing out his little song while I show you this final item that I want to share with you today, which is a little bit different in its nature. This item came to me from one of my really good friends, Myra. And Myra is special to me. She and her husband were very dear friends of me and my husband. And it was so sad when Dennis passed away several years back. And it just really broke my heart because he was a wonderful man and we loved spending time with him. And Myra has moved not too far away, but I don't see her as much as I used to. But when I see this piece that she made for me, it always makes me think of her and her sister. And she and her sister are close, and they are very crafty. They make all kinds of beautiful things, especially Myra. She is very, very gifted in numerous things. And for a long time, she had like a little farm, and she had all types of animals. She had sheep, and she would spin their wool, and she had turkeys, and she had goats, and she would make goat's milk soap, and she had honeybees. And for a while, my husband had honeybees, and she would take the wax and she would make things with that, and that's what she's done here. She has crafted this beautiful nativity just with some a rustic looking wood. She nailed together this stable, and these figures of Mary, Joseph, and baby Jesus are made of wax. And I just love this scene. I love the simplicity of it. And this goes on my mantle. I have lights all around my mantle, but this is up there, and my mind and my eye is just drawn to it every time I go past because of its beauty and simplicity. It reminds me in the hectic time of Christmas when there's ribbons and bows and gifts to be bought and food we've got to pick up and appointments we've got to keep and parties we've got to go to, and have we forgotten anything, and that we've got to do this and we've got to do that. To take a moment to remember that the very first Christmas was extremely simple. It was very simple. It was just a wooden stable. It was a young girl. It was her betrothed husband. And it was the baby Jesus, God's Son, being born in a simple way so that everyone could come to him and could have eternal life. How thankful I am for that simple first Christmas. It reminds me to try to keep my life simple. Don't make it too much. Don't make it too complicated. Don't worry, is my gift nice enough? Did I get something that was expensive enough? Don't worry about any of it. Is the food perfect? Does that look great? No, don't worry about that. Worry that Jesus is in your heart and that his love is coming through you to other people this Christmas. Friends, I just want to tell you how much I love you. I thank you for spending time with me today. And as always, I can't wait to spend time with you again. Merry Christmas, everyone. Have a great day.